Yep. All right, here we go. Boop. Bridge command console. Systems control. First let's upload the restricted. Yep, there we go. Droid system control. We're going to shut down the droids. Droids disabled. Okay, great. Then we're going to go to power distribution. Shut down the power. Secondary power offline. Attached system disabled. Overload it. Okay, shut it down. Primary power system cannot be disabled. Okay. That's okay, though, because we shut down all the other systems.
How many more of these pests I can disintegrate? What remains of the bounty hunters have found me. Now it is time to cue the detonation sequence.
Oh! The Zug family will scour the galaxy for this Jedi, and then we will bring him here to Godo. I will not fight you. If we were not here before Godo, I would drill holes through your body like a nest of hungry Sibo worms. Oh, Jesus, man, slow down. Dat range, though. Oh my God. Woo! That's awesome. I like how these guys walked in, and I basically just like force pushed all of them. Just like, get out of here, man. Come on. Shit. All right, so I'm assuming we're just leaving the ship now, right? We're running, and we're running. I think, right? I hope. Anything else we can do here? I don't think so. We never got the minefield. Not that we would do anything with it. I would have disabled them all anyway, but. Yeah, the ship is going to explode soon, I think. Oh, there's like a ton of these guys here? Oh, wow, resistant. Oh, by the way, to keep you all abreast of Co's shows that he's watching, me and my wife finished Bosch. It was awesome. Loved it. And we're now watching a new show called Fortitude. And it's been weird so far. It is a weird show. It's been cool though, and we don't really know where it's going, or honestly even what it's about yet. But it's been.
Let us end this. Let us end this.
Fortnite? No, not Fortnite. It's called Fortitude. It's a show about a little town called Fortitude that's like in the Arctic. Kind of wild. It made it to 2 seasons, so it's at least decent, right? Did we make sure there was? Yeah, I was gonna say, did we make sure there were no remains of the other guy? Let me make sure there's nothing. I may have missed something. Pornitude? No, it's not Pornitude. I mean, it could be, but it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No. You should try Fringe. Oh, we already watched all of Fringe. Yep, that was a fun one. Fringe was fun, and there was also a really awesome Canadian show that we really liked. That was like Fringe, except with a dude instead of a chick. What was it called? It was a really cool show. It was like, no, it wasn't Eureka. Not The Expanse. Was it Eureka? No, I don't think so. It's a Canadian show. It like took place in the past a little bit, but it was kind of sci-fi a little. It was kind of like a steampunk show. Man, now I can't remember it. Huh. Oh, this is gonna bug me. The Simpsons? No, it's not The Simpsons. No, it's not Westworld. It's not Fargo. Not Warehouse 13. Damn, this is gonna bug me. There's a second console on the bridge. Oh, I thought they did the same thing, but we'll check. We'll check. Oh, yep, let's go ahead and get Destroy Droid. Just because we're doing that, apparently. No, it wasn't Torchwood. Wasn't Prison Break. I don't think it was Eureka. Eureka's like the current day one. It's not Dark Angel. It's not Altered Carbon. Not Carnival Row. All I remember is it wasn't an American show. It was a Canadian show. The dude, maybe it was Murdoch. The dude wears like a top hat. Murdoch, maybe? I'm out. I'm sorry. This is going to bug me too much. Was it Murdoch? Murdoch show? Murdoch Mysteries. Maybe? Maybe? I think it... Yep. That was it. You got it. You got it. That's what it is right there. Murdoch Mysteries. Yep. That show was cool. And like nobody's ever heard of it. But I like this guy. He was a good actor. It's kind of like it's kind of like a night, and I don't want to say 1800s, but it's an older school show. It's really great. Thank you for that. That was a great call. That was a great call. Okay, so let's get Stasis Field for her. Can we get Force Lightning? Oh, we can get her Force Push. No, I want Force Storm. That's what I want. Let's get her Force Wave too. And our buddy Bowdor. Improved Force Jump. Oh, man, we gotta get him a lightsaber. He's gonna be so beast when we get him a lightsaber. Yeah, it's fine. Get a bunch of 20s. I wonder how high I have to take some of these skills. Like, is 20 enough to chill with? Can I just be done with at 20?
What is it?
Yeah?
Questions. All right, real quick, somebody said there's a second computer on the bridge. Let's make absolutely sure it doesn't do other things. And then we'll be charging out of here. I love how the ship's exploding and I'm just like running back and forth and talking about TV shows. Yeah. Okay. Basic primary power system. Oh, this is the same. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yep. That was the same console that we had on the other side that we already did stuff to. So we're good. We're good. All good. Yeah, do you remember the Dr. Blake mysteries? That's cool. We also watched a New Zealand show. It was a crime mystery drama from New Zealand that was really cool. I can't remember the name of it right now. But yeah, we love that kind of stuff. Oh, it's these guys. I thought our buddy dealt with these guys. Was it Lord of the Rings? Yes, it was Lord of the Rings. Finally, we meet the exile. You should tell your companion that he should strike to kill, not wound. Oh, wow. Okay, we're doing this, huh?
I hear you.
Yeah?
Aha, Force Push worked. Get him.
You asked for it.
Wow. Destroyed. Twi'lek spinning blade. That sounds badass. Okay, cool. I think that time we struck to kill. My bad, girl. My bad. You dead. All right. Okay.
This shall not stop us for long. Fallen.
Right. Is there any skill in the game where you can hit multiple enemies at once? Is that a thing? I know there's force powers that do that. Grenades and force powers. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if there was like a cleave system or something. Doesn't sound like there is. Now I want to play Dragon Age Origins. Or Storm does? I'm getting you both. There we go. Okay. This is happening. Maybe we can do DAO after Wasteland 2 if there's time in February. That could be cool. Boop. Nick already taken with the 21 months. Thanks, bud. Thank you. Hey, Hanku! Congratulations, my man. Thanks for the highlighted message.
I can't believe we just blew up Godo's
awesome.
yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is gonna be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Godo off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa, to that safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble. What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift. This droid. It will serve you well on your journey.
How'd you get on my ship?
I'm afraid I do not understand what you mean.
How did you get on my ship? Tell me about the droid.
As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you. It will also serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey.
How do I know it won't try to kill me?
I cannot harm you. You are the key to saving the Republic. Pray that you do not prove yourself otherwise.
Oh, it's Goto. Interesting. The droid's name is Goto. Okay, let's go to Nar Shaddaa.
So, you have returned from exile. Kavar thought you might, if only to
I like your
wander
disco
old
stick.
battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you.
Why did Kavar think I would return from exile?
I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war, as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you, or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know.
Why me?
He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding.
I have questions I want answered.
No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long.
Where are all the Jedi?
They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets dense with life, or touched by war. In such places, we may conceal ourselves, gather information, without presenting ourselves as targets. It was part of Kavar's plan.
Okay, so I'm going to address this super quick because I don't know a lot about it. But all I know is that every so often the Camelot Unchained devs, Camelot Unchained is an MMO coming out by the makers of Dark Age of Camelot. It's been one I've been following for a while. And all I know is that last night I dropped into one of their dev streams and there was one of the members of the dev team. The chat was on fire. First of all, let me say that. The chat was on fire. And one of the people that was talking on the screen was, and again, this is what I understand, he was talking about the fact that they're splitting development between an MMO and a MOBA. I think I heard. Did I hear that right? And that they're going to try to develop both in parallel. That may not be right. Again, this is just like the chat was on fire. I was in there for like 3 minutes. And again, if that's wrong information, I don't know. But it was very confusing. In fact, hold on real quick. Is there like an announcement about this anywhere? Because maybe I should just go ahead and like put this to rest right now and get the real information out there. Camelot Unchained announcement, maybe? This was 4 days ago. Oh, here we go. The big Camelot Unchained announcement today was a new PvE game. It's called Ragnarok Colossus, and it's a co-op PvE game about choosing a hero and fighting against giant swarms of monsters in a Norse mythology setting. Backers of Camelot Unchained will receive the game for free. It will be on consoles as well as playable with a controller. So, so it isn't a MOBA. It is a co-op game that's PvE. Now the question I'm here wondering is, Camelot Unchained is a really cool game. A lot of people like it, including myself. Why are they not just finishing that game first? Are they going to finish it? The company believes it will help development of Camelot Unchained. I don't know. I don't know. Well, no, it's MOBAs are battle arenas. So the fact that it's a PvE game immediately means it's not a MOBA. So that was wrong of me. I'm sorry. I saw people in the chat saying MOBA. Maybe they were confused like I was. But yeah, so it's a co-op PvE game, which is different. That's not a MOBA. But it sounds more like a horde mode is what this sounds like. It sounds like a horde mode. But I don't know, man. Yeah, the TLDR, how I feel about it, I want Camelot Unchained, man. I need a new MMO. I am fiending for an MMO that I can play with this community. And I was hoping that Camelot Unchained was going to be one of the first ones. I'm also looking at Crowfall, which I'm going to be checking out they have a big patch in Crowfall coming out in February. We're going to check that out for at least a stream or two. Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. We should have some new stuff from them, hopefully in the near future. Yeah, there's lots of MMOs that I want to play. I just need one of them to come out, man. I need a new MMO. Has JP not convinced you to play Final Fantasy 14? I don't want to play Final Fantasy 14. I don't want to. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of it. I played Final Fantasy 14 into the ground when it came out, and when I left it, I put that chapter behind me. So I'm just not interested in it. I need something a little bit less Final Fantasy and a little bit more interesting sci-fi or fantasy. I'm sorry. For Final Fantasy 14 players, obviously I like the game. I played it for a long ass time, but it's just not what I'm looking for right now. Legatus Maximus with the 4-month Prime sub. Thank you for that, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, Soppy Thirds, I hope that answers your question. And yeah, we'll go from there. What about New Worlds? New Worlds is looking more like a multiplayer survival game. I know they're calling New Worlds an MMO, but we need a lot more information about New Worlds until we get excited. I mean, New Worlds used to be just like a survival game, and they're turning it into something else. So I don't really know where it's going. I'm gonna follow it, but I don't really know where it's going. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. Sorry to get us off there. Let's go.
Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had. I do not know where they wander now. There are few of us, though. Too few. And I have not heard from them in some time.
So you should make your own MMO? Dude, if I was going to make my own MMO, I think it would be a combination of Deus Ex and Anarchy Online. I was on the Anarchy Online subreddit last night, just looking through it and remembering. God, I loved that game. Oh, God. Anyway, Atris is on Telos.
Atris? But I had thought she had gone to Qatar with the others.
You sound surprised.
Yes, she holds the last of the Jedi teachings. It is good she survived.
The Creaker, 45 months, almost 4 years. Here's to many more. Thank you, buddy. Intelligence, why didn't you go to Qatar?
I had not finished my investigations here, and I did not wish to.
You didn't like
reveal
SWTOR?
myself.
I loved SWTOR.
Nothing
I led a
could
guild
do.
in SWTOR. Loved it. I have other questions.
What I can tell you, I will.
I was actually the very first max level Juggernaut on my server in SWTOR. Yep, I took a week off, and I week off of work at the time, and I powered myself all the way up to max level. And yeah, I was the very first max level Jug. Where are all the Jedi? No, we already did that. What happened to them? I kind of know all this stuff. I need to know why you cast me out of the order, I guess?
We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the order.
Whoa.
Because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled, and if we do not examine such truths, then we are already lost. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, it is more frightening than you know. Very well.
At the time of my trial, you and the other masters said something happened to me. What was it?
Ah, so the records of your trial were found. Good. Sometimes I think this galaxy would be a better place if there were less Jedi secrets. But I have no answer for you, as much as I would like to give one. We vowed never to speak of it. And although I would not keep promises to Jedi, I keep promises I make to others. And Kavar was a friend. If we were gathered as one, then the promise might be revoked. Until then, I can say nothing.
Okay.
Very well.
Why are you on Nar Shaddaa?
I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some...
We're just gonna go ahead and answer all these
the
questions.
bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered. Very well.
What happened to
It
them?
is a long story, but there is no harm in you knowing. And someone should know. Only a handful of us remained after the Jedi Civil War, barely 100 in number. Then, even that 100 began to vanish, in places where the Force seemed blind. The only pattern we determined is that when Jedi gathered, they were seen no more. At the last Jedi conclave on the Miraluka world of Qatar, the entire planet was wiped out. An entire race destroyed because the Jedi chose to gather there. It was only then that we realized we were facing something far more powerful than we knew how to fight.
Damn. Why did you hide?
We could not allow the fact that when we gathered, we placed everything around us at risk. A Jedi's life is sacrifice, but we cannot allow our
This
presence
is the
or
Jedi from the
actions
Jedi Council.
to endanger
Yep,
others.
CJ.
And we cannot fight an enemy that will not reveal itself. But any Jedi, anyone who is strong in the Force, who attempted to track down such a threat, vanished without a trace.
Jesus. Tell me about this threat.
I know little about it. I know more of the absence it leaves behind than its face. Whatever this threat was, it was targeting us and everything around us. Yet it was somehow weak enough that it was afraid to confront us openly. If it believed us defeated, then perhaps it would finally show itself. It was a faint hope, but it was the best we had. It was Kavar's plan. He was always the greatest tactician among us, and had seen war more than the rest of us.
Other questions?
Very well.
Okay, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. No. We have not done why did you cut me off from the Force?
Is that what you think? We did no such thing, but it is a technique that has been used as punishment in the past, yes. It is a rare sentence, and to my knowledge it has only been done once, at a moment where a Jedi discipline has failed. What caused your loss, I fear, was different. I am not certain I understand it. We did not understand it fully then, and only recently do I feel we may have become enlightened. The other masters may have more knowledge of this, but I do not. And I do not know if they even live. Does it matter? It seems your power has returned. Perhaps the loss was not a loss at all.
Okay.
Very well.
Alright. Do you know anything of Force bonds and how to end them?
Yes, such bonds are a connection that can be formed at moments of crisis, or in the slow understanding that grows between master and apprentice. It is most common between two beings who are sensitive to the Force. It allows the transmission of feelings, of influence. It was something you were gifted with, as I recall, before your fall. You formed such attachments easier than most, even to those who could feel the Force only faintly. Even Brooke could not ignore it, which is saying something.
Is there any way to remove such a bond?
I do not know. The bond between two living beings is not something easily broken.
This game's writing is so
It is
damn
not a
good.
choice.
Dude, I know.
It is
right?
like breaking a feeling.
Oh, man.
Like turning away from
So
the
good.
Force. To break a bond, your feelings would have to change, or one of you would have to die. But even then, the bond wouldn't go away. It would simply be empty. A wound. Very well.
I've heard enough. Prepare to die. Wait, what? Huh.
And
Okay, that is all I wish to know. What happens now?
now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has
No, I'm not
finally
gonna kill
revealed
him.
itself.
Jeez.
And we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan
Putting
brought
co-evil
from
do it
unknown
is not going to make me
regions.
do it.
And I was not the only
Jeez.
Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them.
Y'all are ridiculous. To fight in the Mandalorian Wars was no betrayal.
No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us and our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say.
But Revan redeemed himself. Certainly that must give you some hope.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons on which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed.
Is there anything you can teach me?
But we have spoken enough, I think, and words, I think, dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This is a long war, I fear, with many battles left to fight. You will need to conserve your strength when using the Force, if you hope to make it through the long road ahead. This form heightens your affinity to the Force, allowing you to gather your strength faster, even in the midst of combat. Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Okay, I seriously thought we were gonna like fight to the death there for a second. I'm glad that worked out a little bit better. I thought things were going south there for a minute. Okay, let's take a look at our new form. The Force Affinity form is an advanced meditation state that allows one to focus the power of the Force more rapidly. The effect of the Force form is FP regenerate during combat. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Cool. I like it.